while we wait for the next match to kick off, we do have some information as regards to the consolation placements into the next MLG Championship.
Yes, we do. We did have the already qualified players that were shown before, but 2 names down there that have changed from TBD over to Ryung and Soke, who joined the Elite. There is the pool play for the Spring Championship, and wow, does that look good. It
does. Looks rather scary for our foreigners, who looks like they've kind of been thrown into the shark tank a little bit there. That is a nasty-looking lineup, but they're all, as we have seen demonstrated in this tournament, more than capable of holding their own.
Yep, I mean, Grubby finished second behind Stephano in terms of foreigner leads. And then Soke, surprisingly for a lot of people, but you should not be surprised. This guy's had great runs through MLG events. And like I said previously when I was casting Soke, he's not a winner. He doesn't win tournaments, but he will show you that he can finish high. And, well, he just proved it.
Yeah, that's very true. Let's have a look at the prize money, folks, and see what's up for grabs now. There you go. We've only got 3 people left, and they are battling over a rather significant difference in prize money. They're all in the money, significantly in the money, but there's all to play for here, especially in this particular matchup coming up. Stephano symbol, which will determine who goes on to get a shot at that $10,000 and who walks away with a mere 3,600 pocket change.
Not a lot of money there for sure.
Of course not.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Stephano and symbol. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. There's the amazing backdrop of the city. Sunny New York for the weekend. We got lucky as we came here for that.
That we did.
Apparently it's going to rain tomorrow, but today it's amazing. Stephano, 67% Zerg versus Zerg ratio, but just came off a 0-2 loss versus symbol, only down at 51%. But of course, we talked about these ratios. It's spread across a very long time. Most recently, symbol has been on fire in every sense of the word, in every matchup. You know, I mean, in terms of Zerg versus Zerg, his most recent famous game was slapping down none other than Nestea. But let's see who's going to finish in the tournament. Who's going to go through to face Violet?
Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to bring you Millennium Stephano. He is in the red trunks, and he is playing Zerg to the east of the Antigua shipyard. Versus his opponent, it is TSL Symbol in the blue trunks, playing Zerg to the west. 3
players remain. A lot of money on the line. A lot of pressure mounting for both of these guys. Probably less for Symbol, having come off a great victory, knocking out MC. But going into a Zerg vs Zerg, fresh mindset, clean slate. Going into this, once again, best of 3 between these 2 guys. Stephano fighting for the foreigner flame, for his own personal flame, which seems to be unlit at the moment, as we can see on screen. But let's find out. Antigua Shipyard, an explosive map for this matchup for sure.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing what comes out of this. I have to wonder if Stephano is going to have some issues here, having just come off a loss, then goes up against Symbol, who is fresh and ready to go after destroying his opponent Heart in the lower bracket to make his way here. And Symbol has got to be feeling confident about his Zerg versus Zerg at this stage, more so I think than any other player could.
Yeah, definitely. And Stephano taking gas early here.
Yeah.
14 gas coming down, 14 spawning pool to follow at. And of course that means he's going to get that speed nice and early. He's the one basically, already if you want to label Stephano and Symbol, you say Stephano the aggressor, Symbol the sitter backer.
You know, we could use the word defender, that's a possibility.
The defender here, as he has gone hatchery first here, followed by Extractor, and this is the same build that Violet used and we stressed how greedy this build is. Very late spawning pool, does get speed eventually, but what is speed and gas gonna help you with when Stephano is already in your face, slamming banelings down your throat?
Well, it's not gonna help all that much, is it? But it depends. If Symbol actually holds it regardless, then he comes off with the nice edge going into the mid-game there. And Stephano looking for vengeance. Looks like playing a rather angry playstyle to start with, having lost those games against Violet in such an unfortunate manner.
And Stephano sees that late spawning pool, but he has not gone back into gas. He's gone, taken out, has got speed on its way, has now taken an expansion here, so maybe he won't use Banelings, but he can still certainly just bring the flurry of Zerglings left and right, only building 4, 6 there, actually spends all of his lava. So he's definitely going to be putting on pressure. May not be with Banelings, but can certainly, just like I said, with Lings all over the place,
yes.
with speed. He can micro easier with speed, of course. Let's see how this is going to work down here, because there's no Spinecrawler yet down for Symbol. He's only just getting his queens. He's got speed on the way. He will eventually have a defensive Baneling nest coming too, but for now, he's going to be under a lot of pressure against Stephano, who hasn't built drones behind this until now. He's just started a drone production once again, but still, with 8 Lings on the map, that's still a lot of damage to be dealt by Stephano.
It's a nasty little timing as well. This is going to hit just as speed comes up, and then he's got a 50 in-game second window where he's got this amazing maneuverability advantage. Now the Queen's now coming up, and they will immediately get run by. Speed just kicks in. Symbol perhaps not even expecting speed to be done by that point. He saw him coming past the Overlord at a slow speed, and he goes right into the main. A couple more actually managed to make their way in as well, and well, let's see some drone micro, because that's all he's got in order to deal with this. The Queens are not coming back into play, and the Lings have been eliminated. Only 3 workers killed there by Stephano. Not a terrible trade, but I imagine he was hoping for more than that.
Yeah, he was for sure. Wanted 3 drones. He did stop the Queens from lava injecting, which does slow his opponent down a little bit, but he's got speed now. He's got Banelings out now. Stephano takes the drone lead 25-19. Stephano has to morph defensive Banelings to protect his economy lead in this game. There are the defensive Banelings coming, and it looks like Symbol just turns this around and says, hey, I'm coming at you now, and let's see Stephano's defense.
Well, Stephano's going to try and eliminate as many Banelings as possible with these small groups of Lings before they actually morph. Unfortunately, that's only going to be one. Second wave of Lings on the way. 5 Banelings coming back here. And oh no! That was fantastic here for Symbol to be able to take those out. He's going to take out another one as well. Can he get detonation in the center?
No
He doesn't.
Banelings.
Oh
no!
Here come the Banelings. Nice focus fire there by the Queen, however, so the damage has been minimized, but unfortunately that Queen looking to die here. The drones come desperately to save their mistress. Whoa. Excellent micro control here from Stephano. Can he hold it? He loses the Queen eventually. Another Baneling goes in, and that could have been a hell of a lot worse than it was.
Well, Stephano is about to get beaten down now. 4 more Banelings coming. He only has 2, 3 of his own coming now with a 4th one added on. He has no Queens. He has no lava injects. He has no lava. His economy is worse. He has a slower income. And oh my god, Stephano is on the back foot once again in another Zerg versus Zerg here.
Here it goes. Still Symbol going right into the center of that drone line. Attempted split there by Stephano, and saves the vast majority of his drones here. But as you accurately pointed out, without Queens, he cannot reinforce anywhere near as quickly. We'll have to eliminate Symbol's entire army with some exceptional Baneling hits if he wants to pull it off. A Queen comes out and is instantly nailed down. No injection put in there either. This is not looking good.
No, this is looking more than bad here. I mean, this is pretty much over. Stephano trying to stay in the game. As another Queen out, another Queen falls to the sword of Symbol, who is just continuing to hit his lava injects, to waypoint over, to continue the aggression, to continue the fight. And Stephano is slowly but surely bleeding to his death here.
Yeah, Stephano nicely focusing down the Banelings at the back. Unfortunately, his own Banelings focused down before anything can happen there. Drones once again forced to be pulled off of that line, and Symbol is mining away nicely in the background, putting on as much pressure as he can, wants this game to be over, and it looks like that's going to happen very, very shortly. Stephano minimal tricking around, trying to get the surround, but his drone count is no longer high enough to actually make that work, and Stephano trying to do it, and it's not going to happen. There's the GG as the Banelings stream in for the finishing blow, and that's 3 in a row. Maps down. Zerg versus Zerg for Stephano. The Foreigner Hope, unfortunately, coming up against his nemesis matchup. Wolf, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts on that game are really just simply that Stephano's control, even though it was good, was not enough.
Yeah.
And when he lost his queens, that was almost like GG right there, even if Symbol's next engagements had not been good. But his next engagements were good. So what was Stephano really going to be able to do there? Losing so many drones, losing his Lings, and all of his production is shot. What's he going to do?
Yeah, and you know, we talked about it earlier, but suddenly Stephano looking so great in his ZVPs this weekend, even in his ZVTs. You know, ZVZ here in a situation where he's trying to take the championship. I mean, a tough road for him. And yeah, I just wonder mentally how much that's coming into play in a situation like this.
And remember that, you know, this is for a tournament victory here. If you have a weakness in a matchup, you're not going to win tournaments. And you compare that to Symbol, who is a Zerg versus Terran specialist. He just beat MC and now is showing that he can equally play Zerg versus Zerg. Stephano needs to step up his game. One map away from actually, you know, falling and finishing in 3rd place here.
Well, we saw what he tried to do, but unfortunately it did not work. Let's see if we can pull something off again. We're going into the game right now, folks. The map has been